Good morning, everyone. Thank you for reminding our meditation homework as well. And it was wonderful that this is working for most of us, I believe, but we'll chat and share more. And in process of meditation, what we've been also learning on Saturday mornings with Drishya is observing. And this is the same what Drig, Drishya, Viveka is talking about, simply observing, be the seer, be the sakshi or witness. Don't interfere. Let it come, let it go. And you take only the stand of the witness. And this is the whole text called Drig Drishya Vivek, which is a commentary by Chinmayanandaji. And it's a whole details, comments by Adi Shankaracharya. In order to go ahead, we will be on verse 8 and 9 together in terms of ego, which we left last week. I would like to start with sitting comfortably, closing your eyes. Let's take a moment simply to relax yourself, relaxing your body, letting go any tension, stiffness, or tightness on neck, shoulder, or any part of the body as well. Making sure this posture is comfortable for you, but at the same time, you can focus on your posture, your seating, and you can move your awareness around the body. At this moment, you're very much aware of your position, posture, and the bodily sensation. Centralize your awareness simply on the body and body alone. As you start to observe your body, becoming more aware, and center your awareness on bodily sensation only, you'll start to observe all the changes at first, but more you focus, more you continue to observe. These changes, these sensations start to slow down, start to reduce. At some point, you may simply feel you're aware of the body, but you cannot feel anything as part of the body. You're only aware of its presence, but you can connect or move. That becomes difficult as you more focus and get absorbed with the bodily awareness. Let this stage come naturally, effortlessly. It slowly comes on its own until you simply keep your awareness on the body. As bodily awareness starts to fade away, you shift your awareness on the breathing, only the flow of breath, simple breathing in and out. A very present moment how the breath is, whether it's deep, shallow, slow, or fast. Regardless, simply connect with your breathing without changing, modifying anything. Simply observe as it comes and as it goes. At first, you're very much aware of all the changes as you breathe in and you breathe out. As you continue to expand your awareness, withdrawing from everything else and simply focusing on your breath, witnessing your breath, you will start to lose the details. And you're just consciously aware of its presence, movement, but fine details start to disappear. Again, this stage may come effortlessly. As you let go, the control, the concentration, and mind becomes one with the object of concentration. It stopped analyzing, becoming aware of the details. It itself become one. At some point, you may also lose the complete awareness of concentration. Hard to separate where the mind is and the breath. All that remains is the flow of breathing. Just as awareness. Allow all the changes as it happens, and you connect as it appears, simply observing them as a witness, as an observer. The one who is seeing everything, observing everything, becoming one with all the changes, but yet consciously aware of its own presence and all the changes as it takes place. At this moment, let's expand our awareness to the mind. Holding on to the flow of breathing, at first connecting our mind, our thoughts, and the flow of thoughts with the flow of breath. Let mind settle as you follow each inhale and exhale. With inhalation, simply connecting with the self and reminding, I'm here. With every exhalation, I let go. Every thought, every emotion, every memory, every conscious awareness which distract me from the self, I let go. Let go the control. Let go the identities, analysis, what to expect and where to focus, even those thoughts. Simply connecting with this moment, connecting with yourself, and watching your mind. With every inhale, you connecting with self, reminding, I am here. And with exhalation, I let go. This conscious effort very soon become natural and effortless. There would be a stage again naturally happening where you don't have to remind anymore. And this process become a natural flow of its own. The mind merge into the more silence, lesser thoughts and lesser distraction on its own. Even if thoughts or any distractions may appear on the surface of mind, in your conscious awareness, you're not distracted or diverted with that. You're aware of its coming and going. Without even identifying yourself what that is and what it means, simply let it come and let it go. You continue to be an observer, the seer, which is seeing its own mind, thoughts, and it's the whole process. When you withdraw your awareness from the process, you know it may continue, but you simply bring your awareness on the self. I, the self. Even here, you see the two. The I-ness, the ego, which identify the self from its identities, from its role. At this point, let's observe this I, ego, ahankar. And as an observer, now, let's expand our awareness to observe the ego. Simply the knowledge of I. which I identify myself with. The ego, which constantly identify my presence. In the presence of self or the consciousness, the reflection of ego becomes natural. I see the ego manifest itself and how it changes throughout. Reflecting upon my life's journey or the incidents, when I look back, I'm identified with this ego throughout. It's like standing in front of the mirror. The reflection which I see, I am seeing my own reflection. The seer is self, the consciousness. As I see my own reflection, I exist in the mirror. I see my own ego, the identities. When I connect with this reflection alone, with the likes, dislikes, with the mind, connecting with memory, understanding, and senses, I start to connect this reflection as good or bad. I may not like my own reflection based on my understanding of right and wrong, perception of the world, or my own memory collection. I may please myself. My strong likings also attached with my mind and its own collection. As I let go the mind, and as I let go all the modification of mind and simply start to observe the reflection without analyzing, without judging, and I exist simply as I am, without labeling good, bad, knowing as it is. The ego will never be existent in absence of consciousness. If I'm not seeing in the mirror, reflection will not exist. Even if it's there, it will not be existent. The self has no modification. The intellect, ego, has no consciousness. We cannot live without actions, and perform these actions, we need body, we need mind, we need energy, we need the understanding, we need the purpose. And all that gives us is our body, prana, the mind, intellect, and ego. All these become the objects to complete the whole purpose of life. As we wrongly identify ourselves from these objects, these entities as self, due to the ignorance we go through the cycle of pain or pleasure. Delusion is the root cause of bondages. As you start to identify in the presence of knowledge, identification of the witness self beyond these entities, the self as infinite consciousness, existence, where the ego is inert and changing constantly. When the self is realized, these identification drops automatically. The reflection manifests itself with the ego. Since the self is free of all thought modification, we start to see the reality as it is. The body is born as a result of karma and will continue its cycle of karma alone. To perform and to complete the cycle of karma, all the actions are required, and for that, all the entities are essential. Exhaust this balance of karma, we go through this cycle of life and death. Continue to go from manifest to unmanifest and come back to manifest. End this game of birth and death, pain or pleasure. Simply through the knowledge and connecting with the self beyond all its modification entities. realizing the self, seeing the self as unborn, immortal, pure and absolute bliss, simply the Sakshi, the witness. The body and its modification, all the entity may remain or may drop away. It may follow or may not follow. But the self thereafter not bound by the body, not bound by the mind, and neither the bound by the ego. Jivanmukta, the liberation while living, the self-realization. Ego goes through many experiences during its journey in the body. But the self is changeless. The seer is unaffected by these changes. And I am the self. I'm the seer. I'm the Sakshi. I, beyond the identity of the ego, but I see the whole process of ego connecting with mind, the mind as it connects with senses and the world outside. I see the flow of energy throughout, connecting with the world within and around. All that connecting through the body and helping to perform all the action. Connecting back to body and all its sensations, energy, movements. Is function or dysfunction? Becoming well aware of the whole process. Very slowly, take a deep breath in, fully inhale and hold your breath for a moment. And slowly exhale. During this process, I would like you to fully connect with the body only. As you breathe in, hold your breath and observe your body and exhale slowly. One more time. Fully inhale, hold your breath and observe just the bodily sensations. When you can hold, exhale slowly. The very slight shift and change in the flow of breath changes the whole movement in the body. Each entity relating to each other and closely affected by each other. Let's continue. This very connection of the world within and around. Understanding the very connection which affects each other and consciously using for our own good. slowly bring your attention on your both palm. Simply wiggle your fingers. Bring both hands together in Namaskar Mudra. Keeping your hand close to your heart center. And we'll conclude with Purnamada. Please chant with me if you know that. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Very slowly rub your both palm together. When it starts to feel warm enough, very slowly take your both hands down. Taking your own time before you're ready to open your eyes. And when you are looking down, gently open your eyes.